Meghan Markle here.
Otherwise, I would have believed the tabloid because it was relentless, non-stop, trying for people to believe this is who Meghan was when she wasn't. Okay, so with that being said, I think it fits perfect to the next tweet that I just saw, and I'm gonna add. Okay, so it's regarding Simon Rex. So by now, many of you should know about the story of that. Okay, the tabloid, the backstory of Simon Rex, when Meghan first appeared into the periphery to the public that she's dating Harry. So one of the things, the manufactured thing that the tabloid in the UK was trying to do to smear her name was to pay people to lie about her. And one of the people they contacted was Simon Rex to say some BS things about Meghan. But he did not take the money, even though he said he needed the money at the time. This is why I will always have respect for him. He was like, he doesn't want to deal with that. But he said, there's one video, I do not have it, where he was saying, I don't want like Secret Service type of people or FBI. He didn't say that name, but the counterpart of the Secret Service and FBI kind of people in the UK, the version of it in the UK. He didn't want to deal with these people coming after him, so he didn't lie. These are basic comprehension you have to deal with sometime when you come with certain things, when certain things present to you. So these were the kind of simple question he told himself, I don't want to deal with that. And he's right, it could have been even worse. But knowing how those people are, once they finish get the things from you, they're done with. Or they're probably going to come back and dig more into you for you to say more lies. But he didn't start it. He cut it off the moment it started. And then we know about it. Okay, so let's read. This is true. That's him who's responding to this tweet. Okay, Simon Rex. Am I following him? I don't think I'm I am following him. Oh, that's why it came. Okay, so there's this here. Simon Rex, okay, who respond to this tweet from Royal Suitor. Okay, this is true. And I framed the thank you letter she wrote me. She has very nice penmanship, by the way. Okay, so he retweeted that. Let's see. I'll come back to this. Oh, wow, there's a lot. Okay, that might be another thing. Oh my God, there's more. Okay, so I have all of these already. All right, so let's go into that. Okay, UK tabloid offers Simon Rex $70,000 to claim he had slept with Meghan Markle, with whom he appeared in the sitcom Cuts. Their off-screen interactions never got further than one platonic lunch. Quote, I was broke as F. She's quoting him. I was broke as F. I really needed the money, but I'll be on a food stamp before I do that. Okay, food stamp, which is one of the things that the U.S. government provide for people who need assistance. Okay, so he's saying he would rather go to assistant before he could do that because he knows the nature of Meghan. Meghan was too nice for him to lie about her. I mean, this was the devil talking. Like I said, every time I think about it, the very first time I said it, I said vaguely, evil originated in the UK. Since then, every single day, I read things and I come across different conclusions, and I'm proving right. It was the devil that was talking to him, and he rejected the devil and said, nope, I'm not gonna do that. I would rather go beg the government, even though when he works, his part of his taxes goes toward that. Okay? Everyone who pay tax, those who pay tax, forget the 1%ers sometimes who go over, cut corners. But anyway, that's a different story. Back to the video, the first tweet with Maxim Water. But every time you pay tax, a portion of it goes to different department to help the country move forward. So even if he had gone to get assistance from the government, he pay into it. They make it seem like it's a bad thing when you, as a human being, like I was saying, as a mammal, you have blood flowing through your vein, you breathe, you need water, food, shelter, and all of that. When you go ask for assistance, the government assistance, they make you feel bad. Other people, whoever it might be. People should not be ashamed about that. You're just going through some hard time at the moment. All right, so let's continue. So he's saying that before he could lie and take money from the UK, from those idiots who were asking him to lie about Meghan, he said he would rather go to get assistance. This is what that means. Food stamp is an assistance from the government in the US. All right. UK media offer money to lie about Meghan and invade her privacy. Simon Rex said no. Ferry boat driver said no. Coffee shop owner said no. Okay. I think the ferry boat driver, that's when they were in Canada and they wanted to get to the island. Those ferry boat people said no, they didn't want to do that. And Meghan writes them thank you notes. Might be the time to question who the villain is in this story. All right, so that's a link from The Guardian. Oh my God. Okay, so I think this is going to be a video by itself and it's worth sharing. That was back in 2022. Okay, so let me click on the link. The link will be in the description. Okay, I'm not going to read it, but let's focus on the thread. Oh shit, did I lose it? Okay, so there it is here. Okay, there were other distractions along the way. Several UK tabloids offered him $70,000 to claim he had slept with Meghan, with Markle, with whom he appeared in a 2005 episode of the sitcom Cut. Their off-screen interaction never got further than one platonic lunch. Quote, I was broke as F. I really needed the money, but I'll be on food stamp before I do that. Markle wrote him a thank you letter. She said, it's nice to know there are still good people. He has it framed in his home out of Joshua Tree. The thing, I have a video of him being interviewed. Okay, I thought that was that. From either Access Hollywood or Extra, one of those entertainment shows in the US, where he was talking about that. Let me put it. I have it.
I know we can rely on you for being a great guy. So what an incredible friend you were to Meghan Markle is. Have you guys hung out at all since then?
No, we haven't spoken. She just wrote me a very nice thank you letter and I framed it, and that was very nice of her to do. She just appreciated that I was honest, but it's so funny that we live in a time where everyone's like, it's such a big deal. I just did the right thing.
Right.
You know, it's okay to feel like that should be the norm and the status quo, but it's like, whoa, it's so crazy. He told the truth. I think we should all be a little more honest.
Well, thank you for doing the right thing.
Okay, so the thread continue. Meghan shows us that the loss of a handwritten note can go a long way. Thank you for being a stand-up guy, Simon. Okay, it's 15 seconds screenshot.
My Instagram bio says that I have 11 handwritten notes, and I used to be a calligrapher. That was my side job when I was auditioning. I did calligraphy for a lot of weddings and big events, so I love the art of the handwritten note, and I think it's a really lost art form. My Instagram bio says...
So that's that. So Simon Rex responded to that. This is true. And I framed the thank you letter she wrote me. She has a very nice penmanship, by the way. Okay, Simon Rex, quote, it's so funny that we live in a time where everyone is like, it's such a big deal. So that's a quote he said from the video that I have. I just did the right thing, you know. It's okay to feel like that should be the norm and the status quo. I think we should all be a little bit more honest. So that's the video, which I probably will already insert it. I think he didn't do it because he was afraid to be sued by Meghan. Or he did the right thing because it was the right thing. Sometimes it's just that simple. He did say one of the reasons. He didn't want to deal with FBI. I do not have that video, but I came across it a while back. He did not want to be deal with FBI, you know, swooping around his house and things like that. He said it a while back. And then doing the right thing seems like it's impossible nowadays. Sure, there's that too. Okay, I remember arguing on Facebook with an old lady over this story. The fight I've had in this world. There's that. The squad fighting for Meghan. Okay, I'm not sure what the end game here for the UK tabloid. All that attempt to vilify her have only endeared her publicly. It is actually having a negative impact on the image of Harry's family, as they have been made to look unsupportive or backing stories about her. That was back in 2022, 3 years ago. And this is what's happening now, because more people's eyes are opening and they continue. This is the thing. They have their objective. This is why our prayer is needed. Our prayer is needed because these people will not stop. Look what happened to Princess Diana. Our prayers should be consistent because these people are evil. Okay? What a very honorable man, as opposed to the shameless royal family and Brit media, just how low are those people prepared to go? Just shows that some people may have title and riches but still act common. Okay, but he still got paid by the Daily Fair, he said himself in a 2020 podcast or radio interview, not for his lie, but for outing his working connection to her and how he dropped her home after an eatery. He said, I took a smaller payment for that story. So what? At least he's telling the truth. But he's not going to take the $70,000 to lie. He did say he needed money. Okay, let's see here. What's wrong with that? As he didn't lie. The wrong thing is they wanted him to lie. People get paid for interviews. The fella was going to write a story either way, so he had a bit of control on what was said. That's why, which is fine. He said what was not, what wasn't. That was his experience with her, not a lie. Okay, I see no problem in the story. Being in public is literally his paid job. You ignore the fact that the media offer him money to lie. That says a lot about you. All right, so that's that. Okay, I say I'm gonna go back. So I read the thread from what Warrior Suder wrote back in 2022. So now let's read some of the comment under Rex Simon's comment. Okay, thank you for not taking that money. Alright, this is a video clip of someone saying that they asked her to write an article assassinating Meghan character. She told the editor from the Sun newspaper no, because she doesn't know the person who they asked her to write about. Okay, I have that video, but for the sake of this, let's put it. 57 seconds.
A journalist about how the media inflames this. I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need
and
to
they
know.
called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media.
Exactly.
The phrase cottage industry, this is a palace industry. Yes.
Okay, so they have a narrative. Harry have said it with Michael Strahan. Okay, when a woman marry into the royal family, they cast you as something. Is this the performative, like the box that you see Kate was pretending to carry or something like that? Performative. Focus on this perspective of things. We doing work for you. Meanwhile, in the background, they don't give a shit about anything that they said the people for their existence. Okay, so they were trying to cast her as something to take focus off of all the others.
Write about my girlfriend with the same techniques that they'd written about previous women marrying into or in relationships with members of my family. And they're coming in almost with a blank slate, and it gives the British press an opportunity to cast them in a particular role. And when Meghan came into the fold, they tried to do that to her as well. But she was coming into a relationship with me in her mid-30s. She had a very public career of which millions of people knew who she was because they'd been following her. But this time, fans and people that knew Meghan were pushing back and saying, that's categorically false. You can't say that based on the fact that we know who she is. It was really
Okay, when she was over there, what was going with Prince Andrew, with the tabloid and the US, with Virginia Giuffre, you didn't hear any of that. Maybe occasionally you might see a little hint here and there. But they threw her under the bus completely. Okay? Creating nonsense after nonsense. So the people's attention will be taken off of the real issue. That's the thing that I was talking about. A manufactured problem. Meanwhile, the real issue, you're not focusing on it. I don't know how many people haven't seen this pattern of things yet. Okay, although you declined the money, Richard K. from the Daily Mail wrote an article lying on you. Thanks for having integrity. Let's see here. For any girl on the eve of her wedding, it would be a shattering blow from which recovery would be painful. For Meghan Markle, 8 days before she marries Prince Harry in front of Queen and the royal family, and not forgetting a global TV audience of millions, the agony must be even more acute. Yesterday, she awoke to learn detail had emerged of a gallery of men she is said to have dated. Oh my God, a gallery of men. God help us. Baggage for God. All of whose entities until now she had managed to keep hidden. My God, as if she was going around. But for the presence of one individual, their identity might have barely caused a ripple. After all, if a woman of 36 hadn't had a boyfriend or two, people might have wondered what on earth was wrong with her. Yet amid the chisel X Factor and sports star who are reportedly former beaux, the figure of Simon Rex stands out. For Rex, born Simon Rex Cartwright, and now a 43-year-old comedian and rapper using the name Dirt Nasty, is a former star of adult films, the Hollywood euphemism for porn movies. His first 3 films... Okay, you could read the Rex. It's crazy. It is crazy. Simon, I respect your integrity and kindness. There's more of that. My God. They've said as if he's the one who said. The Sussex Squad podcast. Love it. At Simon Rex. Yep, I love her writing. I will have framed it as well. Okay. Thank you at Simon Rex, for verifying this truth. That's how low the UK tabloid will go to destroy the life a biracial woman. You've shown integrity of character. In this day and age, it must be commended when someone does the right thing. Your integrity and humanity are in stark contrast to the people who sought to abuse and dehumanize her. You are an increasingly rare company. Thank you. Defending Meghan means wading through a sea of mindless derangers every day. Sometimes the fact that good people, other than squaddies, or left in the world can be overlooked. You are a true and upstanding gentleman, and you have a new follower. Okay, congratulations on your movie, Simon. Wishing you future success. Decency, honesty, and integrity goes a long way. Okay, so that's that. Let's do a prayer. What should we do a prayer for? This might be 2 videos. Some part might be in different channels. I'm not sure. When I'm editing, I'll figure this out. Okay, prayer for... Let's say protection. Okay, I've done these prayers before, but let's see what pops up. Nothing here. Let's look for an image. Whatever is here. Okay, this one is closer. Oh my God, no, forget that one. Let's pick something underneath. It's just hard to see with the background. Okay, let's do this one. Prayer for protection. As we travel along our way today, we thank you for your protection and your covering on ourselves and our family members. Let not any of our enemies, thieves, bandits, or evildoers approach us if they do not attend to bring to us what was intended from your holy altar. Turn around their evil intent to glorify your name. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. Thank you for watching. There's a possibility I might it's already what, 5:13. I might read some articles. I'll see how I feel later. All right, that's it. Thank you for watching.
Vilanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.